Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, that's my iPad talking to me. How are you today? It's Tuesday. I think it feels like a Monday. But today we're going to use black, plain black, and we're going to do the back stitch on these ones. It's going to be another easy peasy day. So maybe I'll move it up a little bit so you can see. And I've had a couple requests from people asking me to move the camera closer so that you can see the stitches better. So maybe I'll do another little set of tutorials that are just about stitches, and maybe at like a different angle so you can see. Oh, Meg, are you sick? That's no good. So I'll just give it like one more minute and see if anybody else wants to join before I jump in. So today you definitely need to use black. I will say that, because we're doing these 3 little lines down here at the bottom, and they need to be black. We're going to flu. Ugh, I'm sorry. That's the worst. I hope you feel better soon. I'm getting the runny nose, like the sniffles, and I'm hoping it doesn't go any further. I'm hoping it's just because it was really cold last week. Good morning, Lucy. I'm assuming your name is Lucy because it's Lucy ERL. So, unless you have a longer name. Right, so we're going to use black thread and 3 strands. So take your length and we're going to split it. Split it in 3. So right in half. I find that I use the backstitch so much, like all the time. It's so good for outlining. It's so good for defining stuff. It's good for small little things, like if you wanted to outline one of these things. I like the whipped backstitch, which is what we're doing tomorrow. Right, so I'm going to get started. I've got my needle, a knot on the end. It's a bit wonky, but whatever. And you go up from the back. And the first one will go forward. And the second one will go up. I loved the whipped backstitch. It's definitely one of my favorites. So after you go forward again, you're always going to go forward, then back through the same hole that you just went through. The key here is to try to make all of the stitch lengths, let me get the sword, the same. So from here to here to here to here, try your best to make them all the same length. If they're a little bit different, it's fine, doesn't matter. But it just looks really nice and uniform if they're all the same. And there is a thread saver way for this, but not everybody likes it. So I'll do one here, and I'll do the thread saver way this way. So if you're ever playing thread chicken with yourself, and you're like, oh no, I'm gonna have to cut a new piece, and I really don't want to, you can do the thread saver way. And I would definitely cut this thread afterwards. Don't continue over here, because it's black, so you're gonna see that line, and you don't want that. And two, we're not going to really fill it with much other stuff down here. So you're definitely going to see it. So I have one finished. So the back should look like this. Hello, hello to all the people joining. So the next one, I'll do the thread saver way. This is going to be exactly the same. Come up from the back, down, up again, back, because it's the back stitch. Okay, but this time you're going to come up through the same hole that you just went. And then forward again, forward again, back down, and again this time you're going to come up through the hole that you just made. So instead of always going forward and then back, forward, forward and then back, forward and back, you're going to come up here. So I normally only do it this way when I'm running out of thread, or if I don't want the knots, if I don't want a knot to be somewhere where I know I'm going to have a lot of knots. So like in here, I would try to keep my knots away from the inside, because I know that I'm going to be filling the inside up with a lot of stuff. That last one was a little wonky, isn't it? It'll be all right. All right, number 2, down. So you can see on the back how it looks a little different. So this one, because it's always continually forward then back, forward then back, forward and back, you're gonna have a lot of overlapping thread, where this one, you're going forward, back, and then through the same hole, and then forward again, then back, then through the same hole. So you are saving a little bit of thread. Last one, and then we're just going to do a little tiny, this little tiny one. So what do you guys think so far? Are you excited to see the next part of the pattern? I cannot wait to show it to you. I meant to release it on Thursday. Oh, thanks, Tash. I'm going to start here this time. Yeah, it's like if I know that I'm going to fill the whole thing, meaning that there's going to be no white fabric whatsoever, I get a bit lazy with my stitches and I end up just kind of like putting them anywhere. But if I have a lot of white space, then I like to kind of keep them confined so that I know where all the knots are. I know where all the little, thread things are. All the little, where they travel and stuff. Will you do another one in March? Oh my God. Maybe. I mean, I've really enjoyed myself. I'm not going to lie. I thought I would find it to be a bit of a burden a little bit, because you're really committed to doing a live every single day and stitching every single day. And I want to share all the photos, and I want to make sure I like everybody's posts at the very least. And I thought that maybe I might find it a little bit too much work and too much to follow along and do it properly. But I'm really loving it. I'm not gonna lie. So I think I'll do more lives for sure. Maybe not a full-blown 28 or 30-day stitch along every single month, but maybe I'll do another one in April or May or something, you know? And then do a, maybe just like a pattern where like we just all get it and stitch together. So this one, you're just gonna do 2 layers of backstitch. Oh, thank you. Stitches by Meg says, it's been so lovely how supportive you've been. And the thing is, it's so easy to do an event or to do something and just do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it does take extra time to go through and like try to like everybody's posts and try to comment and like say something meaningful and nice and not just like a heart emoji. But at the same time, like I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing it for likes. I'm not doing it for followers. I'm doing it because I used to be an art teacher. I love teaching people. And to be honest, so many people have asked me, how do you do this part? Or how do you do this stitch? Or how do you do that? And I thought, you know what? If I just do a stitch along, then everyone will be able to learn at the same time. If there's any questions, you'll be able, there we go. There you go. Yeah, if there's any questions, you'll be able to ask and I'll be able to answer. People can watch it and replay it. Like, it's about a community, and like that's what I've always wanted to make. I think from the minute I started Instagram and when I had this idea to do the stitch along, just to like have everyone together and like, you know, excited to stitch. So that's me finished for the day. So we've just got the back stitch, the thread saver back stitch, looks exactly the same. You're just saving thread. And then just another regular back stitch. Ciao. And then this one we've just filled it in a little bit. So doing the back stitch a couple times to make it a little bit thicker. As always, if you've got any questions or anything like that, I'll stay on for a couple more minutes. I need to play catch up, but I'll do it today. Yeah, so I've got another hoop going. I can't show it to you because the whole pattern's on it. And I'm like 2 days behind on that one too, only because I've used a light pink linen and I really want to make the colors really nice. And so I'm having a hard time choosing. Jessie's in the background. She's got an upset stomach today. So this morning she woke up and you know, like when you can just hear their stomach like rumbling around, that's what it was doing. It sounds horrible. So I might have to make her like some boiled chicken and rice or something just until she gets her stomach right. Alrighty, well, if there's no more questions, I will let you go. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. And yeah, I'll share your pictures if you post them, and I'll share your stories if you post them, and I'll try to spread some love. I'll talk with you later. Bye. Yeah. I don't know what her deal is. She's just looking at me like, let me out, please. So I will go tend to my poorly pup. So have a good day. Bye.